Umhlanga is full up, as you know, and I think people are looking for private places where they can be safe. So we're going to have a managed precinct where we own the roads. So there'll be one road in, one road out, golf cart trails, walking trails, dedicated running trails, dedicated golf cart trails. So it really is something unique, and it's almost very European and first world.
Hi and welcome to the Property Pod. Today we're talking about all the exciting development that's pouring into KZN, and joining me to focus on the Sibaya precinct is 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗘 from the 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗘 group. Hi Pete, welcome.
Hi Carol, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, excited to really get stuck into this discussion. So just briefly, Pete, you've been in property since you kind of left school. You did a bit of rugby and then landed up in property, working in development sales in Simbiti, and then you opened your own business, and now you are running the sales at the 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗘 group.
Yeah, so it was quite an interesting story. I did play a bit of rugby, and then I came back from Europe and realized my friends were a lot better at rugby than me, so I needed to get a real job. And fortunately, a good friend of mine hooked me up with Simbiti.
Yeah.
And and that's where it started. In Simbiti, Brettonwood, did a bit on my own, and now at my home at 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗘.
Awesome. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've found at Pam Golding that literally in the last 6 months, the sentiment in KZN has been so positive. There's like just this renewed energy here. I think obviously with Tinley Manor and the new Club Med coming into the area, it's been really good for KZN. West Town has obviously attracted a lot of development. And now the hero, the Sibaya precinct. I mean, I saw an article the other day, 50 billion planned on being thrown into this precinct, which is really exciting.
Yeah, so I mean, if you the Club Med thing is really exciting.
Yeah.
So it's a 2.2 billion rand project.
Yeah.
Sibaya is 10 billion, as
Wow.
you say. In the end, it'll be 50 billion.
Yeah.
And there definitely has been this change in sentiment. We normally Cape Town's, the understudies there, but I think we're starting to eat a little bit into their market.
I think so
and
too.
with the Club Med flights that are going to be landing here, I think it's already confirmed 3 airlines landing. We're going to have. At Sibaya, we're going to hear Dutch and Germans and French, and it's just going to open up a whole new world of potential purchases for property as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited because I think a lot of the reason why KZN hasn't been on the global map is just that it's never been discovered. But as soon as it's discovered and people realize we've got sunshine all year round, we've got beaches with seas that are actually warm enough to swim in, there's no traffic congestion in our area. It literally is the best lifestyle. I mean, I remember for several years in a row, Durban actually won Best Lifestyle City in South Africa every year consecutively. So I think we've been largely overlooked by the international community, and as soon as they discover us, property prices are going to boom because the value for money here, you just can't compare it with Cape Town. So let's talk about Sibaya.
Okay.
This is what excites me. As you know, I'm even thinking of investing there myself.
Good decision.
Yay, putting my money where my mouth is. So what have you guys got planned? It sounds just phenomenal, this whole managed suburb, basically.
So this is a catalytic project. We're really excited. The visionary behind this is Charles Thompson, and our shareholders, and we've got 𝗘𝗣𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗥 is this massive group. I think we're the biggest developers in KZN. Our offices are really the hub of KZN property.
Yeah.
I mean, even Club Med use 80% of our professionals in our building. And 𝗘𝗣𝗦𝗢𝗥 is this machine, and Sibaya is part of a vision of the shareholders where they want to leave a legacy. So it's not just about money.
Yeah.
This is about creating a private Durban, if you want, without being exclusive of people.
Yeah.
And just something that I think is going to be the landmark for real estate in South Africa going forward.
Wow. So, I mean, I think what sounds so amazing about this is that not only can you invest in a security estate, but you're investing in a secure suburb. So the entire precinct is going to be controlled and managed and nice and safe. So you spoke earlier about this idea of having your golf cart and living in one pocket of the precinct and just taking your little golf cart on a cruise all the way down to a beach club. So what's actually coming into the area? We've got beach club, we've got hotels, we've got commercial, retail, residential. give us a little bit of inside scoop.
Yeah, so right now the big focus is on commercial and retail. Umhlanga is full up, as you know, and I think people are looking for private places where they can be safe. So we're going to have a managed precinct where we own the roads. So there'll be one road in, one road out, golf cart trails, walking trails, dedicated running trails, dedicated golf cart trails. So it really is something unique, and it's almost very European and first world, And I don't think I think if we could have that in Umhlanga or 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗦, it would make those areas amazing.
Yeah.
We have the opportunity to do it now. So things that are coming that are really exciting are 2 hotels, a 4 and a 5 star. Obviously, being so close to the airport, we don't have an airport hotel.
Yeah.
So 2 really exciting projects coming up there. We are having medical. There are a few guys that are looking at it. There's a whole, I've learned a hell of a lot about that over the...
So hospitals coming in, Pete.
Yeah.
So, that's great.
Yeah, so the guys that are, they're talking things nowadays like preventative medicine. So it's not just your traditional, wellness.
Yes.
We're going to have the traditional hospitals and so on, but also an element of preventative medicine, and then also recovering in places of beauty. So you don't open up your hospital window and there's a air conditioning unit or a car park. You're going to be looking at the sea or something, and then that helps you recover quicker.
Yeah,
makes
for
sense.
sure, of course. Yeah. It's all psychosomatic, eh?
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's talk about the kind of layout of the precinct. So you've got residential nodes, you've got commercial nodes, and this beach club, it's going to be sort of on the south end of the precinct. And I'm sort of envisaging something like those Mauritian beach clubs that are just insane. Where you go down, and is that kind of
that's the goal, I've planted the seed of like a Nikki Beach, but I don't know how far that's going to go. But so really we call it the Green River, where basically you can access each side of the estate from Salter and Capri all the way down to Peace Cottage on a golf cart.
Beautiful.
And it's like hop on, hop off. And it's just really something that I think is the way that we're meant to live. I think it's just really exciting that we get the opportunity to do it. So we're curating this precinct. We're not just throwing it out there and seeing who wants to come along. The shareholders and owners of 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗬 are going to be doing half of this themselves, holding on to it, and then selling and JVing on the other half. So it's not just like a fire sale. The main component of it will be us. So we're starting with destination retail. So last week,
big names?
So I can drop 2, the rest we can't. So we are having Porsche coming, which is great.
Yeah.
And then and Reynolds.
Yay, my favorite.
So in our last week, we cut the ribbons for the opening of the M27 to do the road upgrade. We had the MEC, the mayor, all the dignitaries, and it's a really huge thing, So we're going to have 3 lanes coming into Umhloti, 3 lanes out.
Yeah.
And what that does is it links one side of the estate, the Salter and Marine Walk side. It links it to Gold Coast and the rest of the precinct. So that's what's really, really cool at the moment. And then there's going to be a lot of commercial. So in Umhlanga, as I said, it's getting full.
Yeah.
People want you want to, and then the retail side, people want to go shopping, put their shopping bags down, have a cappuccino, and then their bag and their shopping stuff still there. So security is a big part of this. Yeah. We're not going to stop the commercial traffic flow, but we are right now trialing new ways of security with facial recognition, number plate recognition, things like that will keep it safe. Yeah. And then obviously there's another layer of security as you go into the gated communities.
Yes, for sure. I mean, we were there the other day and you said, no, I'm on camera.
Yeah, you're famous.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, great. Pete, it sounds like the most incredible lifestyle. I think ultimately, as you're saying, you're creating this beautiful lifestyle for the residents. And Umhloti is one of my favorite beaches. So just for those who don't know where the precinct is located, it sits above Umhloti and on the south side of Umhloti. So between Umhlanga and Umhloti, it's literally 5 minutes from the airport. So position-wise, it's really perfectly placed.
Yeah, I don't think it could be better. Being a 𝗣𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗦𝗢𝗣 boy for the last 20 years, and now and trying to get people to move out there for 20 years, now I'm double dipping and I've just realized that Sibaya is closer to the good schools.
Everything.
So it's just like the evolution of a family.
Yes.
My kids one of my kids going to high school. They're on a decent
Yes.
traditional high schools in Belito.
Yeah.
So now you have to start coming through here. So
Yeah.
Sibaya is kind of in the middle. And then from a commercial and retail point of view, I think our goal is to attract people from Richards Bay and Pietermaritzburg
Wow.
to come to our destination retail, not just the locals. I think some of the tenants that and retailers we're attracting are going to come from far.
Wow, that's so exciting. Well, Umdloti is one of my favorite beaches. So you're getting one of the best beaches in KZN on your doorstep. You're living the life in your little golf cart, cruising around. You're running around. You've got free paddle in one of the estates in Salter, which obviously appeals to us. We have lots of paddle going on in our Pam Golding team. Is there anything else you want to share? Any other exciting news? But it really does sound amazing. And also from a residential property perspective, there's an array of options. People can buy freestanding homes, they can buy land, they can buy plot and plan, they're retirement villages, lots of apartments. So it gives a good mix and a nice price band from entry level all the way up to like 50 million rand homes in signature estate.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the offerings that we started out with Pebble Beach and Ocean Dune, obviously they went pretty successfully, and Gold Coast has been a success. And then we moved across to Salter, and it just really went well. Capri's our retirement. Mount Cotton is, I know someone that might be moving there that I'm talking to.
Creme de la creme.
And so and we're going to unlock residential opportunities when we feel the market's right for them. Okay. So the ones that we've got left really have prime sea views. So right now we don't think the market's quite ready for it.
Yeah.
But maybe later in the year. We just launched 2 developments over the last couple of weeks, Solara and Serenity.
Yeah.
And they went very well. So there is still, the residential market is still great.
Yeah.
And I think people are now starting to see the vision that 𝗘𝗣𝗜𝗦𝗢𝗘 has all come together. Yes. And the accessibility between the various nodes and living that lifestyle of just being safe and having freedom, and then having a 350 hectare forest, which we are just the custodians of. Obviously, it's everybody's forest, but I mean, you can wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go for a 21K run in your own precinct, and you're safe.
Yeah,
and if you're brave, you can do 42K, I suppose.
Okay, no, I won't be doing that.
Yeah, so I think just in general, there's a vision. Yes. And everybody that wants to participate, we sit down with them at the table and we talk to them, and we want to know who's behind each product. So we're not just selling and then hoping for the best. We're partnering with everybody in this so that the shareholders can get their vision come to fruition later on.
Incredible. Wow, Pete, thank you so much. I've really, really been excited about this podcast because I can see the vision and I want to communicate that to our buyers, because I really think this area is going to be the little jewel in KZN's crown. So very, very exciting. If you are interested in investing in the Sibaya precinct, then contact us at Pam Golding. We'll put you in touch with Pete and his team. There's so many opportunities. And with Club Med coming and all this excitement, I really feel that now is the time to invest. Thank you, Pete.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us at the Property Pod, and be sure to tune in for our next episode coming soon.